In this video, I want to show you how to generate the printouts for Project 2. It turns out there aren't a whole lot of printouts that we need to generate. I have open an automobile data set here. In the first part of the project, I showed you how to go through and get some descriptive statistics. You can do exactly the same thing this go around. You need the mean and the standard deviation of your mileage. As you can see this little printout here, I've already done that, mean, standard deviation. Let me remind you how we did that. We went to the data menu, and we go over to data analysis. We use the data analysis tool pack, and when we went to the data analysis tool pack, we choose descriptive statistics, and we hit OK. We get a menu, and then we put in the input range of our data. So I'm going to choose the mileages. I would choose mileage there and just scroll on down, and because I'm filming, it takes a long time. There seems to be way too big of a lag. And actually, it's not letting me go all the way down. My mouse is messing up, but I need to go down and get the 76 observation. There's labels in that first row. I'm going to put the output range. I'll put it over, let's see, where will I put it this time? I will put it, I'll put it here. That's a good place for it. Summary statistics. I'm not going to, the confidence level you see on this one, I'm not going to put that in this time, and I'll just hit OK. And you can see that it's going to give me the mean, the standard error. It gives me a bunch of information. And so that's one way of doing it. An equally effective way is to use, so let me put the cursor here, and I'm going to say equal average, and I'm going to click on that, and it's going to ask for number one. So I'm going to go B2, comma, and actually not comma, I'm going to do B2 colon B76. And then I'm going for my mileages, right? And they're in, the actual numbers are in cell B2 through B76, and I'll hit enter. And you can see I get exactly the same number. For the standard deviation, there's going to be a standard deviation function as well. And I think it's STD. Let's go standard dev. And I'll do the same thing. B2 to B76. Close that. And there you go. You get the same number. So that's one way of coming up with the mean and the standard deviation. You could do it a couple different ways. I just need to see what both those values are in question 2. You're going to type in whatever your 10th mileage is, and my 10th mileage, it looks like it's in row 10, but remember, because of the label in the first row, it would be 82,832 in my case. My 60th observation would be down here. Where is it? At 90, again, 60th observation would be the 61st row, 20,316. And those are the numbers that I'm going to base question 2 off of. So that's how you get the information for question 2. For question 3, and you use that information, let me back up, you use the mean and the standard deviation to answer question 2, but also to answer the questions in 3A and 3B. 3C, I'm asking you to change and work with your prices. And so you can do the same kind of thing, except now everything's going to be based on your prices. And when I said mileages, it may be sizes for you. But now I'm going to go and I need a mean and a standard deviation. And so I'm just going to do this. I'm going to say mean standard dev 25th percentile, and oops, I thought I did that. Enter. Oops, there we go. All right, so let me go ahead and make that the 75th. I thought I did that. There we go. And now I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to do, I could go in and do the data analysis tool pack again and use the descriptive statistics, but I'm going to go in and just do this average, except now when I do my cells, I'm going to do my price row. So A2 colon A76, close that parenthesis, and there's the average of my prices. Then I'm going to do the standard dev function that we just did. I did that one. Let's do it again. And again, I will do A2 colon A76. And do you remember what we did for the quartiles? In the first part of the project, I believe we did the quartiles. We came into this cell here and we type the quartile function. And I'm going to do quartile.exc see it's going to ask for the data set, the array. Again, I'm going to do A2 to A76, and then I have to tell it which quartile I want. And if I go here, it says if I want the first quartile, I put 1, and that's what I want for the 25th percentile. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Choose that function. I'm double clicking on it. I'm choosing the array A2, again I did the same thing, to A76, and this time I'm going to ask for the third quartile, or the 75th percentile. And those are the numbers that I'm asking you for in the printout for question, what's that, 3C on the project. And then the last thing is a histogram, and we did this in the first part of the project. I'm going to do it again, so I'm going to go to the insert. I'm going to go over here to the, and actually I'm going to grab the prices first. I'll do grab the prices. So I just clicked on the A and it's going to list all my prices, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab a histogram, and I'll come up here and change it to prices, and you can see that my prices are very skewed to the right. So that would be the very easy way of generating a histogram for your data set. The rest of the values you plug into the little printout thing and you can do the work. Now, if you want to look up how to do a normal probability plot, you can do that. That's one of the other options I'm going to talk about in class. Excel doesn't give us necessarily the easiest way of doing that. And so I recommend using one of the other techniques. When you have questions, you know how to get hold of us. I recommend you generate these printouts as quickly as you can. As soon as I post this project, you should get in there and generate the printouts. That way you can just concentrate on answering the questions in the project. Good luck.